Good morning, everyone. So today, yesterday I gave you one homework problem, that is seventh one. So write two prime numbers whose product is 35. So I hope everyone has completed this. So again I am telling that seventh one, once check your answer. So seventh one, write two prime numbers whose product is 35. So we have to write two prime numbers. If you multiply the two prime numbers, the result should be equals to 35. So what are the prime numbers here? First you write the prime number set: 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 7, 11, 13, 17 and so on. Okay, so these are the prime number set. So if you multiply any two prime numbers, the result should be equals to 35. So you can take it as 7 5s is 35. 5 is also a prime number, 7 is also a prime number. So what is the result there? 5 into 7 will be equals to 35. So what you will write? The two prime numbers whose product is 35 are, so what are the numbers? 5 and 7. So 5, therefore 5 into 7 will be equals to 35. So this is our seventh solution. Okay, next is eighth one. So what is the eighth question? Express 36 as a sum of two odd primes. That means if you add any two prime numbers, the result should be equals to 36. So which type of numbers you can add, we will see now. So already you know the prime numbers. So what are prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and so on. So if you add any two prime numbers, the result should be equals to 36. So which two prime numbers you can add here? Which two prime numbers you can add? It should be equals to 36. So we can take it as 39, 23. 13 plus 23 is how much? 36. So here 13 is also a prime number, 23 is also a prime number. So the sum of these two prime numbers is equals to 36. So what is the result? Result is 39, 23. So you write here the two prime numbers whose sum is 36 are 13 and 23. Therefore 13 plus 23 is equals to 36. So this is our eighth solution. Next is ninth one. So what is ninth one here? Write 7 consecutive composite numbers less than 100. So we have to write the composite numbers less than 100. Consecutive composite numbers means it will be going on continuous. Continuous composite numbers will be there. Composite numbers is nothing but what? It should be having 2 or more factors. So the numbers which are having 2 or more factors, we will call it as composite numbers. And consecutive is nothing but continuous numbers without break between any two composite numbers. You should not get any prime number. So consecutive is nothing but continuous numbers, and consecutive is nothing but continuous numbers, and composite means it will be having 2 or more factors. Okay, so like that we have to write the numbers. So which numbers you can take here? So the continuous, that is the composite numbers, the 7 consecutive composite numbers less than 100 are, so what are that numbers? 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95 and 96. So these are the 7 consecutive numbers, composite consecutive numbers less than 100. So these numbers, in between these numbers you are not seeing any prime number. So these numbers are called as 7 consecutive composite numbers. So in which table you can take this on as? 90 will go in 5 table. Okay, 91, 9 plus 1 it will go in 7 table. Okay, this one will go in 2 table. This will go in 3 table, 2 table, 5 table and 2 table. So it will be having more than 2 factors for these numbers. So that's why we will call it as composite numbers. And between these two you are not seeing any prime number. So these numbers are consecutive composite numbers. That is 7 consecutive composite numbers. Okay, so this is our 9th one. Tenth one. What is 10th question? Express 53 as a sum of 3 prime numbers. So we have to express this 53 as 3 prime numbers. So in which type of prime numbers you can express this 56? We will see. So first you write the prime numbers, because they told to add any 3 prime numbers to get the result as 53. So what are the prime numbers set here? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37 and so on. So these are the prime numbers, and if you add any 3 prime numbers, the result should be equals to 53. So which prime numbers you can add here? You can add 3, next is 19 and 31. So if you add these 3, how much you will get? You will see 31 plus 19 plus 3. 9 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 3 is 13. 3, 4, 5. So we got it as 53. So if you add these 3 numbers, that is 3, 19 and 31, the sum of these 3 prime numbers will be equals to 53. So what is the result? 19, 3 and 31. So what you will write here? The 3 prime numbers whose sum is 53 are, so what are the numbers? 3, 19, and 31. So add these 3 numbers. 3 plus 19 plus 31 will be equals to 53. So this is our 10th solution. Next is 11th one. Write 2 prime numbers whose difference will be 10. So if you have to write the prime numbers whose difference will be equals to 10 here. Two prime numbers set we have to write. 11th solution. So prime numbers. And so on. So these are the prime numbers. We have to take 2 prime numbers whose difference will be equals to 10. So which type of numbers you can take? 13, 3 we can take. 13 minus 3 will be 10. In the same way you can take it as which numbers you can take? We can take it as 29 and 19. 29 minus 19 will also be equals to 10. So you got 2 sets here. We have to write only one in that. So the 2 prime numbers whose difference is 10 are 13, 3. So subtract that. 13 minus 3 is how much? 10. So the difference you got it as 10. Last bit in this exercise. So what is that? Write 3 pair of prime numbers less than 20 whose sum is 5. So if you add any 2 prime numbers, the sum should be equals to 5 here. The sum is divisible by 5. If you take any 2 prime numbers, it should be divisible by 5. What is divisibility rule of 5? The last digit should be equals to 0 or 5. The units place should be 0 or 5. So we will take that numbers. So what are prime numbers? Always I am writing the prime numbers because you have to remember this. So what is the question? If you add any 2 prime numbers, that should be divisible by 5. So which numbers you can take here? 7 plus 3 you can take. So if you add any 2 prime numbers, so we can take 3 plus 7, that will be 10. 10 is divisible by 5. In the same way you can take it as 13 and 7. 13 plus 7 will be 20. 20 will also be divisible by 5. In the same way you can take it as 23 plus 2 you can take. 23 plus 2 will be 25. 25 is also divisible by 5. So in next is which numbers you can take? You can take it as 31 and 19. Also 17 and 3 also you can take. So you are having so many numbers which will be divisible by 5. So how many numbers we have to write? Only 3 pairs we have to write. So we will take only 3 pairs. So what are 3 pairs? The 3 pair of prime numbers whose sum is divisible by 5 are. So what are the 3 pair numbers? We can take it as 7 comma 3. That is equals to 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 is divisible by 5. In the same way, which numbers you can take? You can take it as 13 and 7. 13 comma 7, that is 13 plus 7 will be equals to 20. 20 is also divisible by 5. One more pair we have to take. Which pair we can take? We will take in the form of 17 and 3. 17 plus 3 already we took. 13 plus 7 we have taken, that is 20. 17 plus 3 is also divisible by 17 plus 3 is equals to 20. So this is also divisible by 5. So if you want to write more numbers, you can write here. I have taken only 3 pairs because in question they asked only 3 pair of numbers which will be divisible by 5. So what is the first pair? 7 and 3, 13 and 7, 17 and 3. So these are the numbers which will be divisible by 5 after adding them. Okay. So with this our exercise is completed. So next topic is prime factorization. So what is our next topic? That is prime factorization. So what is our next topic? Prime factorization. For this prime factorization, you are having 2 methods. One is division method and other is factor tree method. So already you know the factor tree method, how to take the factors by using factor tree method. So what are, how many different types are there? First is division method and second one is factor tree method. So what do you mean by prime factorization? Prime factorization is nothing but with the help of prime numbers we have to factorize a given number. So only we have to use the prime numbers here. So what are the prime numbers set? Again I am writing 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31 and so on. So these all are prime numbers. Only by using these prime numbers we will solve this. Okay, so in prime factorization how many methods are there? Two methods are there. One is division method and second one is factor tree method. So what do you mean by prime factorization? Only by using the prime numbers we will factorize the number. Okay, so how to do that we will see. First method I am taking, that is division method. Same number, I will take the same number and I will show on in both methods. Next is, here I am taking factor tree method. So which number we can take? I am taking it as 60. Okay, I want to factorize this 60 by using prime numbers. Only by using I want to factorize that. So 60. So how to do the division method? In this order you have to do the division method. Okay, so 60 will go in which number? Here we will use the divisibility rules. Already we have learned the divisibility rules. So what is the last digit here? 0. 0 is nothing but we can, 0 is a even number. So we can take in 2 table. Is it right? 0 is a even number, so you can take in 2 table, as well as in divisibility rule of 5 also you can use. What is the divisibility rule of 5? The last digit should be 0 or 5. So 60 will go in 5 table, as well as it will go in 2 table, and also it will go in 3 table. How? 6 plus 0 will be 6. 6 is divisible by 3. Okay, so first I am using the 2 number here. 2 30s are 60. Again 30, last number is an even number, so it will go in 2 table again. 2 15s are 30. Okay, now 15 will go in which table? It will go in 3 table, as well as it will go in 5 table. So which value we can take? I am taking it as 3. 3 5s are 15. 5 is a prime number, so 5 1s are 5. So what is the prime factorization of 60 here? That will be 2 into 3 into 5. So this is the prime factorization for 60 by using division method. Now coming to this part, that is a factor tree method. So till you get the prime numbers we have to repeat the process. We have to factorize them. So 60 will go in which table? 60 will go in 12. 5s is 60. So 12 5s are 60. Here already you got 5. 5 is a prime number, so don't touch that value. Now 12. 12 is a composite number. So now you have to divide this 12 into prime numbers. So in 12 can be written in the form of 3 4s are. Is it right? 3 4s are 12. Now 3 is a prime number, so don't touch that. 4 is a composite number, so you have to convert that 4 into prime numbers now. 4 can be written in the form of 2 into 2. So 2 2s are 4. So what are the prime numbers you got now? That is 5 into 3 into 2 into 2. So we have to take the last digit what we have left. Okay. So this is tree method, factor tree method, and this is called as division method. Okay. Again one more example I will show you. So one more example, which number we will take? We will take it as 120. So I want to find the prime factors for 120. This is factor tree method and this is division method. So how to do this? So again the last digit is an even number, so it will go in 2 table. So 2 6 are 12, 2 zeros are 0. So that means 2 60s are 120. Again 2 with 2 table because last number is an even number again. 2 30s are 60, 2 15s are 30, 3 5s are 15, 5 1s are 5. So what is the prime factorization for 120? 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 1 also we have to write. Okay, so next coming to this part, 120 will go in which table? We can take it as 62s are. So 62s are 120. In this case 60 is a composite number, 2 is a prime number. So don't touch this value. Okay, now coming to 60. 60 will go in 12 5s are. So 5 12s are. So 5 is a prime number, don't touch this value. 12 is a composite number. So we have to divide this 12 now. So 12 can be written in the form of 4 3s are. So 3 is a prime number, don't touch that one. 4 is a composite number. So divide this 4 now. 4 2 2s are. So what are the prime numbers? 2 is a prime number and also 2 is a prime number. So what is the prime factorization for this 120? 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So this is a prime factorization into 1. 1 is a common factor in all the numbers because every number will be divided by 1. So 1 is a common factor for all the numbers. So into 1 into 1. So this is our prime factorization method. So next is HCF. This HCF we will learn tomorrow.